What is the strongest chassis around that's been, tried and true? This buggy's really been keeping me up at night. We built a bunch of frames here at Extensive, but never an all-tube chassis before. You get a little nervous of how big of a project something like this is. One of my favorite vehicles just rolled into lot, the Hummer H1.
We need help getting a cage built.
They're going to use this as their chase truck, and they want it really safe.
We want to do one more thing. Oh, man.
I told you I had something for you.
That's crazy.
I'm Bill Carlton. I built my first truck when I was 16. And ever since, me and my guys have been out here creating with our hands. Building the biggest, lowest, baddest custom trucks and cars in the game. People don't come here for what they need. They come here for what they want. This is Texas Metal.
Off-road buggy. I want something that's going to go anywhere, do anything, and not have any issues. That's what brings me out here today. What stronger chassis is out there than a monster truck? A friend of mine, Dylan, told me I could come out today and just drive his around and get a feel for it. See what this chassis, this suspension's all about. Trucks, what can I say? There's not a better truck on the planet. A day like this is a dream come true. From a little kid going in the arenas, seeing the monster trucks jump, running around, just go crazy. Today is an awesome day to finally get to do that in person while doing some research. Good day.
Well,
man,
what do you think?
Man, I appreciate that, man. That's every guy's dream to get to do that.
No problem. It's a big tumble buggy, really,
The one thing I'm really interested in is the chassis design itself. I've had a bunch of toys over the years and, side-by-sides, and right out the box, you take them out, and they fail 50% of the time.
Yeah.
I want to build a tube chassis buggy with a lot of horsepower, big wheels and tires, and I want to be able to take it wherever I want to take it and not have issues. So I was thinking, what is the strongest chassis around that's been, tried and true? And you got it right.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not any.
Yeah, we put them through its paces, like we jump 20, 30 feet every weekend, There's really no weak point on the chassis.
Right. I know you guys designed this on a computer.
This one was designed in a program called SolidWorks. You can literally build the chassis, manipulate it, and not only that, you can strength test it and everything like that. So that's really the cool part is you can test like the weaknesses and, if you got to add a bar or something like that, you can literally take that and then extract the files. And then if you want to send it to a guy that cuts it, they can perfectly tube notch every tubing. So it'd be like a big puzzle piece, you just put it together.
I can definitely do that.
I feel like that's what you need.
For sure.
There you go. And then you'd be doing backflips and everything else like me.
I don't know about that.
Come on now.
Thank you.
Ain't no problem. Thanks for coming out.
Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. See you later.
I'm known for hand-making chassis, and I'm proud of it. But man, after driving this thing, I'm ready to give the new computer age a shot. Maybe just this one time. Favorite vehicles just rolled into lot. The Hummer H1, iconic, just military, tough truck. I'm gonna go outside and see what's going on with it. What's up, fellas?
Hey, Bill, how's it going?
What's happening, man?
Good.
Come on, Mafia guys, huh?
Yeah, you got
the
it.
Hummer guys?
Absolutely,
that's
we
what
are
we
the
do.
Hummer guys.
Man, I love these H1s, man. Every American needs one of these, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're like nothing else. So this started as a 2001 Hummer H1 wagon. So the full top civilian.
Oh, it had.
Yep. We stripped the wagon roof off,
full interior AC seats, rear, all that stuff. And we're down 2,200 pounds, so 6,200 pounds right now.
The Mod Mafia guys, they got a cool custom shop as far as just H1 enthusiasts. They sell their parts and pieces all over the world. They are very, very well known with a great reputation. You guys are the H1 guys. What do you need from me?
We need help getting a cage built, roll cage. Metalwork, that's what y'all do. We're gonna be using this as a trail truck our time back too. We wanna make it rad, make it safe, and safety and roll cages is not quite in our wheelhouse. We need your help to do that.
Yeah, you're not taking this on some crazy trails. You flip this sucker over, you're gonna die, right?
Yeah, it'd be real bad with what it's got sitting there right now.
Definitely. So, trail truck, you're not gonna make it pretty shiny.
No, we got other trucks for that. This one is meant to go see some pain. It's meant to be beat up and scratched, so it's meant to be like this, but we're wanting you to put some design in it and kind of zazz it up, because that's what's gonna be the showcase of this truck.
Absolutely.
It's not gonna be the restoration of it.
And just a cage for
The front.
or all the way back to the back?
The front. I think it's important just to kind of put some of the cage where it's protecting the body so we don't just absolutely crush it in.
Something out here in case you do rub against a tree or...
This is aluminum.
Yeah.
It's very malleable. It's going to crush.
Right. So coming around, coming down, tying into here, bolt to the body, tying into the frame, but you also want it to protect the side as well.
The rear fender. Yep.
This is going to be real cool.
We want to do one more thing.
What's that?
We want to have a mount on the top for a machine gun.
Oh, most definitely.
Not is this only going to be a trail truck, we're going to go have some fun in it too.
Man, that makes my day.
What's going to be cooler than an extensive roll cage, a trail truck, mount on top? I can't think of anything.
So you're wanting the cage to protect the two drivers. Yep. Come all the way back to the back, protect the out part of the body, and to be able to shoot from the top also.
Oh yeah.
And I get to shoot it, right?
Oh yeah. You're going to get to see. Yeah, of course.
Well, man, let's go make it official.
Cool. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Coming to work every day. It's always something different. You know, one day we're bolting on chrome, polishing paint. Next day we get to work on something rough and rugged, just like this H1. That's what I like about projects like this. You just get in, get to work, build some cool stuff, and go have fun with it. It doesn't matter about fit and finish or your color. It matters how tough, how just mean it looks, and the whole overall flow of the project with a whole lot of safety built in. You know, this truck's going to be going where most trucks will never, ever go. And when it comes time to that day that this truck might be upside down on its roof, you got to make sure it's going to be safe. Man, I love projects like this that you don't have to worry about how gentle you shut a door. You don't have to worry about where you park. There's no stress. It's a stress reliever.
Why do we have a camo Hummer in the parking lot? Did you sell your side-by-side?
I'd really like to have one of these, but that's not what we're talking about today. But you know, the Mod Mafia guys, this is theirs. You know, they go to competitions all over the country, you know, going through ravines, trails, whatever it is. They're going to use this as their chase truck, and they want it really safe. So there's not going to be a roof or anything on it. So we're going to build a custom cage to cover all this.
I understand why they want a little bit of safety, man. Them guys go through some crazy stuff. They do some big terrains. They really push them Hummers. So you're building just another cage from here to here. It's going all the way.
You know, we don't want it to go all the way back and down. He wants it more of a two-seater style cage, and then come down and, you know, something that's going to protect the sides. The thing we got to really get creative with is attaching it to the frame itself. On the H1, the frame's inboard, so this is the frame rails right here. So there's not much at all as far as strength on the outer points of this. So if it does flip over, just that, you know, connecting to the outer points ain't really going to do it.
You want it to look cool, like it's meant for this vehicle, but we want it to be super strong.
That's it. And we got a little bonus on this. We're going to put a swivel gun mount up here.
Like a real mount a gun up there and go fire?
Yeah. So I told him, man, I don't have a problem doing that for you. It's going to be real cool.
All right, well, let me find out what bay we can put it in. We can get started on that. Let's get going.
Let's do it, man. Before we can design the roll cage, we need a much stronger foundation to build upon. So I'm having Tim bend some new pans to cover the body of the top of the truck.
Right now, this is just aluminum. there's really no strength. This whole thing just moves. So we're making a whole cover for this. I will make a template out of this chipboard that's going to cover all this. We're basically going to make a plate break down the sides and also come and break this way and in the front. So next we're going to bend this chipboard on the break. I know it looks a little crazy, but what it's going to do, it's going to put me a crease all the way down it that I know where this needs to bend, where the ends need to bend. I can place it over the top of the truck. When this fits perfect, I'll give it to Jesse and he can burn me 2 of them out. You know, this is one of the reasons that I like doing the template first is I can come in and make some little adjustments here, like on this corner, how the tailgate indents in right here. I know I need to cut this out, but it's easier to do it on this template, and then when he burns it out over there, I can put everything up here. It's 100%.
Some of my favorite builds have been just like this 2001 H1. It's just a great truck to build off of. Once Timmy finishes reinforcing the back end, we're going to make a roll cage that fits this thing perfectly.
We can line up our mark here and here. When we put this in the brake, we'll put it on 90 degrees. Bend that corner, we'll flip it. Do this corner, we'll take it to the truck. We got rid of all the holes, the indentions, the lines, the rivets, everything, and it just cosmetically looks better. But it's going to make the whole truck come together as one piece. How's it look down there, Jamie?
Man, it's perfect. You did a good job. I mean, bends on point. It's nice and solid, man. It's way better than what we had before.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know everything fits. We'll go ahead and start welding the corners together. First time I ever seen a Hummer was actually on a train car. I mean, you know, just driving on the highway, we're taking a family vacation, and, you know, all of a sudden I see all these Humvees on this train car. Like, wow, man, those things are crazy. So getting to work on one, you know, and make it better, I mean, it just doesn't get no better than these things. These things are bulletproof. I mean, mud, you can climb a tree with one of these things.
The body of this thing's aluminum. So we're using a steel, so you can't weld the two together. So what we have to do now, drill the bolt holes in it. They'll be bolted from the back, from the front, from the outside, and the inside. So it'll be 100% stronger, and then we're ready for the cage. And if anything ever did happen, they need to access something, they can unbolt this and see what's going on. All right, now we got that where we want it. I'm gonna go ahead and lay out the inside. I'll go ahead and drill those, bolt those, and we'll continue the process to the outside and the front.
What's she doing?
Come see old Dad.
Yeah. Go see. It's probably going to cost me money.
Guarantee it.
What you doing, girl?
I just want to come down. Hi.
Hi. You just want to come see me today?
Yeah. I mean, I was...
Come on now. What'd you do to your car?
Nothing. I haven't done anything to it.
It's always good when your kids show up to work, but, you know, when it's a surprise, you got that little apprehension of what are they here for? What do they want? How much is this going to cost me?
I mean, I love this car. And it rides so high. You know, like I've gotten made fun of for that. And the wheels. I mean, just the wheels, like, there's not anything special about them.
Oh, poor little 17-year-old got a brand new car.
I know. It's just, I don't know. You see, like, my mom's car, you know, like, you know, hers is cool. And, like, you always say, like, you know, you can't have her riding around with, like, you know, a really stock car. I don't know. I want to have a cool car, too, just like everyone else.
I can definitely understand the age she is. You know, 17 years old, your personality is wanting to come out. And that's just one more form of your personality come out is customizing your car. So, is this your way of shaking me down for some wheels and tires and lowering your car? Is that what you're doing?
Kinda. I'd want to, yeah.
It's not your birthday.
I know, but just like, I don't know, I've been wanting to do it for a while, you know? I've had this car for like about a year and a half. It's my first car. You know, it was a cool car to begin with, but I mean, like, once I had it longer, I just want to do stuff to it just to make it that much better. I don't know, I just want to do something to it,
you know what? That makes me real proud that you want to have
I want to represent what you do,
car.
too. Yeah, with my car. You know?
Most 17-year-old girls could care less, but...
Exactly. I want to do stuff to my car. I want to make it look, I want to make it stand out and be something different.
And what'd you name her?
Caroline.
Yeah. Wheels and tires. Probably like a 22, like a blacked out 22 on here.
Yeah.
I know you like to have it all blacked out, right? And if you put that on it, it's got to be lower, right?
Yeah.
Probably change the grill out too, man. Something cool, you know, in the front also, right?
Yeah. That would look great.
You know, your first paycheck went to the air intake. You know, you got the cool exhaust on it already. You already got the louvers on the back. So, yeah. You know what? I definitely want you to have a cool car, too. You know, I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
The stipulation is that you're going to work on it with me.
Okay.
So you're going to get your butt in the shop and get dirty and get after it. So if I say, hey, hand me that tool, right here, I got it. Hold on, I'm texting somebody.
Okay. So if I do help you, then we will put them on there? Like, actually? Okay, that'd be cool.
That sound good?
Yeah.
Is that a deal?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go pick out some wheels.
Okay.
I tell you what, you talk about a proud dad, that's this guy right here. You know, my kids having especially my daughter, that makes me very, very proud, and it's like the coolest thing ever. She got her first job working at a restaurant. She got her first paycheck, and she came up to the shop and ordered an air intake. So the enthusiasm is there. She wants to fix it up. She wants to look cool when she's riding down the road, and we're going to get her hooked up. You know, it's pretty cool to say she's a chip off the old block. You know, she wants to roll up and people know she's there. And it's really cool when you do roll up. Somebody says, hey, where'd you get that done? She gets to say, you know, I did it. You know, be able to bond with my daughter, teach her some stuff, let her get dirty, learn some things. It's a win-win for both of us. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm excited too. You've been really taking care of this. You've been doing good in school. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So, first things first, we'll get it on the lift, get it jacked up. Really, the main important thing is when you're putting the car on the lift, is finding the right points when the whole weight of the vehicle's on it. You just don't want to put it underneath there and pick it up.
Yeah.
You gotta find the proper pickup points on it. If not, you'll crush the floor, crush fuel lines, electrical lines. There's all that stuff hanging underneath the car. So it's important to find that one. Good.
I really want this car to look good, so I don't really mind, you know, getting my hands dirty and working on it, you know? I'm excited for what it'll look like later.
All right, you get that one?
Yeah. Bam, nice touch. So we're gonna take the nut off of the coilovers and then put the new springs on. It's really cool to have a dad who knows so much about cars. I feel like I didn't even used to like cars until I got my car. If I didn't have a dad who did this stuff, I would be trying to save like so much money to try and do this stuff, and I probably wouldn't even try. But having a dad who does it, it's really cool. I'm really lucky, you know?
So you got the top loose already? So the only thing we have to do now, there's a little bracket for the sway bar here.
Okay.
We'll take that loose, and we can take the whole spring out, and then we're replacing. So right off this.
Okay.
So right now, grab a socket. It fits on the sway bar bracket, and while you're doing that, go ahead and find the one for the bottom also.
Okay. The first thing that I've done in my car, the intake, I've worked on with my dad a little bit. I tried to put it together by myself, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And then he's helped me spray paint the taillights, and then we worked on the exhaust for it too. And this is by far, though, like the most hands-on I've the tighter coils at the front.
We got the coilovers out, old springs off of the 2020 Challenger. Now Presley and I are installing the new springs. They're gonna get her car a little bit lower. Way down.
They look awesome. I love that they're red because it sticks out way better than like how it was black.
There we go.
Yeah.
So before we put the wheels and tires on, there's one more thing we gotta do. Put that grill in. I know you wanna see that too.
Yeah. You have to wait all the way till the end to see the wheels.
Yeah. It's like the cherry on the top. It just rushed right into that.
I guess. Okay, well, let's get it done.
Well, let's do it. You ready to do that?
Yeah.
Let's tackle it. You know, it makes me real proud to have her in the shop working, you know, getting her hands dirty, being appreciative for what we're doing and learning in the process. So, really good day for Dad.
Come on with it. Keep going. Tight, top. Tight, bottom. Tight, tight.
What you think?
It looks amazing.
All blacked out.
Yeah.
It just looks mean coming
It
at
looks
you.
mean. Oh my gosh, it looks awesome.
Wheel surprise for you. Come on, bring it on in, man. Check them out.
Oh my
The
god.
22s.
Those are awesome.
The TIS 22s.
Yeah.
Those are brand new.
Oh my
Those are
gosh.
cool.
Those are so cool.
You want to put them up? See what
Yeah.
it looks like with it on there?
Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
It looks awesome. It looks way better than how I did before.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I'm jealous too, and it's my car.
Thank you for your help. You did a great job today.
Yeah.
You know, this buggy's really been keeping me up at night. You know, a project like this to somebody who creates, fabricates, welds, there isn't a more exciting project than this. You know, we built a bunch of frames here at Extensive, but never an all-two chassis before. You know, I got the wheelbase established on what I think is going to be a good proportion for the buggy. The whole inspiration for this is these 58-inch tall tires. I mean, just seeing these tires, I got excited. I want something to put them on. We're finding some military axles, and from the military axles to the big diesel engine, you know, 1,500 horsepower. You know, every part that's added to this, it just adds to the excitement the whole way. You know, it's like an art project you actually get to drive, and you have a whole lot of fun with. We're gonna build everything 100% chromoly on this, so it's super light, super strong, so I can put myself, my family in it, and not have to worry about anything. You know, I ain't gonna lie, you get a little nervous of, you know, how big of a project something like this is. You know, you want it as big as possible, but it's still got to be somewhat practical to be able to transport and fit in the garage, and you just can't build it just totally massive. I want an off-road buggy, but I want something that has some style and has that sporty look, and I definitely want that sporty performance. Where better to take my hopes and dreams for a buggy than Racehorse? These guys design monster trucks.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot, man. How you been?
Man, real good, real good. You hard at it?
I'm hard at it every day.
No, that's right.
I'm a former monster truck driver. I actually campaigned one of the Gravedigger trucks for 26 years. It's for the racing industry. So now that I retired from driving, I'm full-time here in the shop where I manufacture purpose-built components for the monster truck industry. I build tube chassis, and I get to continue living my dream, doing something I love to do every day.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Not a monster truck, but this is what I need your help with. They're all notched perfectly.
That's what's so nice about designing a chassis in SolidWorks. You just draw it, you put the weld reliefs in, do all that.
Right.
And we send it out, and we have it CNC cut.
No waste.
No waste, very little waste. Everything fits up perfect. The biggest difference between hand building a truck and hand mitering and hand fitting all this is all the fittments. You can create some pretty intricate joints of tubing and different connections that would be just an absolute nightmare to hand notch and hand fit. By doing it in 3D, we're able to let our imagination run wild and build exactly what we want.
I see the advantage of that, and that's why I need your help, man, to make my drawings a reality.
Absolutely. Perfect.
The wheels and tires are 58 inches.
Wow. So that's monster truck size, so that's awesome.
Yeah, you know, about 30 inches off the ground and about 6 foot from, you know, top to bottom. I still want that.
Like it's going 100 mile an hour sitting still kind of
That's
look.
it. You know, that's what I'm looking for.
Sway bars front and rear.
Man, for sure, because I'm going to drive it. I'm going to drive it.
I've seen some of your other projects and how you drive them, so yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Right.
Well, if you've got everything at your shop, what I need to do is send some guys over there with a 3D scanner. When we're done, we should be able to kind of see what we're going to be working with.
Man, I'm excited, man.
I can't wait to get started on this project. Get done with yours, I might need to build me one.
Yeah, there you go. for the buggy. So we got the axles on horses. We got the transmission bolted up to the engine. It's in place, so it's ready for the scanner.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, Bill.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
Man, badass. And I'm really excited to see how you do this. It's exactly what we need right here. Is the positioning good for you? You're all set with what's here?
Everything looks good to me.
Cool, man. I'm going to let you get to it, man. Thank you for coming,
Thank
man. And I'm excited to check it out once you're done. Holler if you need something.
Will do. So this is our ASUP scanning spray. We're gonna spray all the parts down for the scanner to pick up. This is gonna brighten it up or dull it out, so our scanner can pick up all the detail in here and make sure we can pick up all the bolt holes, because that is super important. So next we're gonna put our positioning targets on. They should just be done at random. There has to be 4 positioning targets within a 15-inch box. These positioning targets are for when we're scanning. If we see that, maybe we missed a section over here, we want to rescan that, and then it's going to know exactly where it's scanning again because of the pattern of these positioning targets. So this is our Peel 2 3D scanner. This is basically going to take thousands of pictures and stitch them together into a 3D mesh file that we will then turn into a CAD file.
Now that we scan the engine, axles, and wheels, Pablo can get to it, designing that chassis.
Okay, so now what we're doing is we're taking the scan data that came in, and we're going to turn this into SolidWorks files and solid parts. Now that I have my wheelbase, my setback for my engine from the center line of my front axle, we can really start nailing this thing down. So next step on this would be to put seats in it so that we can see where the driver's going to sit. Gotta get the family in there. One of the neat things about this tube chassis build is that you don't have to have a lot of mass and a lot of members to get a lot of strength out of it. I'm able to keep it fairly lightweight, yet extremely rigid and very safe, and in the case of a rollover. This thing has got a really aggressive looking stance, man. This thing is going to look awesome coming down the road towards you. Well, I've almost got this full chassis design done. I'm pretty confident. Most all our dimensions are all right. Our clearances are right. So I've got a few more little tweaks in here. I'm going to add a couple more bars. But then we'll extract each one of these tubes individually. And we'll put this thing on a pallet and ship it over to Bill and let them guys start putting it together.
If you like off-roading like I do, things can get sideways real quick, literally. The roll cage for the 2001 Hummer has to look cool, of course.
Just joking.
But more than anything, it's got to be bulletproof. This is our long enough to do this here, so I'm checking, double checking, and rechecking to make sure everything's 100% right. There's a windshield wiper motor right in our path for the cage.
So center to the outside, we need 6 inches per side.
And how far out?
3's tight.
They'll give it 4 inches. What we got going on is a little obstacle, a little bump in the road. If we make our cage perfect to this drawing and then go back and bend around that, it's going to shrink our cage in. So we're figuring out how far it's got to bump out. Shoot, we can just go right there.
6.5, 6.5.
To figure out how much length we need to add in between the 2 outside bends. So when we do bend it, it's going to shrink back down to the perfect width. So we're about to see how good we are. Okay, we know it's 24 inches. We line this up on the edge, on the outer part of our measurements here. So we know 12 inches from there is what we need.
12 from there is where we need to put center of that bend. There's a couple of easier options. We could have done this. Could have made it in 2 pieces. Could have made it in 3. I enjoy this kind of stuff because it's more thinking. And me having a construction background, you always had to take blueprints the same way, but the blueprint's all in your head or you're laying it on a table. It's not computer generated. It's something you just lay out with some lines. A little bit back towards you. All right. Yep.
You know, there's a lot of companies that have these big scanners and have this, that everything's already pre-banned on the computers. Well, here we got to do it by hand. Not to say it'd be a better product, but it's all more self-satisfying to me knowing that we took a straight piece of pipe and bent it all in one piece.
Man, that's a real good start. I mean, this is the hard part.
All that work just for that one wiper motor.
Yeah. We'll get the body trimmed out here so we can get it even closer, and we'll start building all the way back from there. I love it. The stuff starts coming together. Me and Timmy got the flow going. I like how that kind of leans in right there. Looks good. Once it's flowing, all the creative juices start coming together, and it starts to become reality, which really gets exciting. You know, now we got the outer part of the structure done. The cage is looking really good. You know, the next step is building all the inner structure where it really makes it strong, rigid, and adds a lot of style to it. You know, it's really starting to take shape. You know, the main structure is all set in place. Really strong is adding all the bracing everywhere, the X bracing, and part that really makes the attitude come alive. You know, it's already safe, but we're going to make it really cool and really aggressive and just look mean. In my experience, things are always more satisfying when you work hard for them. You know, after everything my daughter Presley's done to her 2020 Challenger, today's the day she gets to feel that satisfaction, and better yet, share it with her good friend.
Thank you for driving me.
Cool, so where's the car?
I think my dad said he's gonna bring it out in a second. Look at there it is.
That's so awesome. Oh my god. It looks really good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that. That looks so different. So cool.
I love it. Oh my god.
I love it too.
It looks amazing.
It's so cool. Y'all did a good job.
Even though that I worked on the car and everything like that, like seeing you know, like burn it out and everything and just drive it, it looks amazing. It's so cool. It's like crazy.
Tell you what, I've been working your friends that are all dirty, that are working. Did you have fun doing it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
So, you know, like, I didn't like the little, like, chrome accents in the front, so I think, you know, we had to take those and go get them, like, spray painted, and then we got a new grill. It looks way meaner now. I mean, like, I don't know, it changed, like, the whole view of the car, you know?
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks way faster now, right?
Right.
We changed out the wheels and the tires. They're 22x8s, 22x9s, you know, 315s on the back instead of, like, you know, the steelies.
What, you know, she had to have, you know.
Like, that makes the car, you know?
She kind of guilted me into hooking her car before.
You wanted to do it.
You know, I don't know, it's embarrassing to have your kid ride around on something like, you know, on steelies. Look like a cop.
See what I'm talking about?
We got some caliper covers, and, like, you know, it was really simple. I could do it myself. You know, it was something that was nice to be able to do on my own without any help. You know, so it had like 4 or 5 inches of clearance, you know, like between like the fender and the tires. So, like, we wanted to get rid of those old springs and put in new lowering springs. They're red too. They look way better.
Right.
And then that's lowered a bunch. I think it has like 2 inches or like 1.5 inches of clearance now, you know, and I got to learn how to use like the impact and the pro drivers. It was really cool.
Wow, so you really got in there and did hands-on work. That sounds fun. You got in there and took those springs off yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like, what the yeah.
Of course, anybody that you tell that story to, that you came to the shop, you took tools out of the toolbox, you got your hands dirty, you used the tools, I mean, he's going to be impressed. I seen Maddie was impressed right off the bat, so.
Yeah, you know, I picked on Maddie the day that I got the car and everything, and she's seen it from whenever I first got it, and just, you know, her being able to see everything we've done to it, you know, just makes it even cooler.
It does, right?
Yeah, to share the experience of it. It's really cool.
I'm proud of you. That makes me proud.
Thank you.
I guess I'm doing something right.
Thank you.
You girls are going to stay out of trouble tonight, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Promise?
We will.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right. See y'all later.
See y'all. We
finished welding out the roll cage on the 2001 Hummer. Now to get to the customer's other request, the gun mount. Man, this is one of the things that's going to make this cage really unique, is having that swivel gun mount on the top. It's really going to finish it off. It's really going to look mean. Got it feeling good in here, man.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
You know, we're building the cage for the H1 over there.
Yes.
So I need a base burnout for it. And what I want to do, just leave an inch up here.
1 inch.
Yeah, and I'm going to bend it up at a 90.
All right. You never know door panel out, or a fender, or a gun mount. Keeps it interesting. All right, now that I got it cut it out, I'm gonna double check my measurements and get it cleaned up, knock off all the slag, bend it for Bill, and just walk it over there.
Always come through for me, man.
So now I have it all tacked in place. I'll put the gun mount up here on top. Instead of trying to lay all this out, the easiest way to do it was just to lay this up here, get it centered where we want it, and use this as a jig. And now we have all the holes drilled right where they go. We're gonna come back and put these sleeves in the cage. So in doing this, we use the flat part of this plate and the flat part of the DOM. So when I tighten that up, you know it's straight and you know it's solid. All right, now we have all the holes drilled out. I'll put the gun mount back up here. Let the bottom hang out a little bit so the nut will tighten up flat. It's not trying to crush the cage. And then that'll make it super strong if it's all welded together and make it really, really strong. We'll weld out the top. Now the cage is solid and the gun mount's finished.
And it looks real good, man. I'm really impressed how everything come together. Last thing, just weld everything out. See how she shoots.
If you're ever going to build a monster truck, you got to drive it, because that's the ultimate thrill at the end of the mission, is to get behind the wheel of something you created and take it out there and just thrash on it. So I feel like I've come a long ways from when I first started back in the early 80s. It was sketch some things out on the floor, pretty much just tape measure, plumb bobs, chalk lines on the ground. I took a lot of what I learned back in the early days of doing all this work manually and embraced using computers to design chassis. It's been a game changer for me. I design a chassis from the very first stick of a tube or the very first sketch line on the screen. And when I'm finished, I have a perfect rendering of the finished product. All of those tools that are available to us today, and we can just create a masterpiece out of metal.
The roll cage for the 2001 Hummer is back from powder coat.
And now it's just a process of putting the puzzle together. We're gonna put all the top pieces on, put the door caps on. Then it's time for the finale, putting the big cage in here. It's gonna change the whole look.
Gracias. I've customized a bunch of Hummers over the years. It's something I really like working on. Just by building a custom roll cage on this one, it's totally changed the whole look. What better place to give it back to the Mod Mafia guys? What's up, fellas?
How you doing, Bill?
Than a shooting range. You guys are the Hummer guys. It's pretty cool to have you bring in a Hummer for us to get down on. It needed to be able to go wherever and keep you guys safe no matter what.
Looks good. Absolutely.
It looks real cool, man. Can we go check it out?
Let's go check it out.
Man.
All right. Oh, man, look at that. There it is. Man.
Got your little surprise up there.
Yeah, you took those design cues into full effect, but the cage really stands out. Yeah, it looks sick, man.
Man, I've been around a lot of Hummers. I've never seen a cage like that.
Well, that's what you wanted, right?
Exactly.
Something unique, and not only that, looks cool, keep you safe.
Yeah, most importantly.
And that is not going anywhere.
No, I think we can roll that one over, and it's going to be perfectly fine.
It just came in, there was just no safety features whatsoever.
Right.
The first thing we did is made the pans for the back. We decided to clean it up and protect the side also, because it's just, just started bending pipe. There's a ton of pipe bending. All those little tweaks and bends not only add the strength to add that style too, and it all ties to the frame itself. So if there ever is a rollover, all that inertia is transferred down into the frame. If there ever was an accident, we know these guys are 100% secure.
You got those two bars that go around the center windshield pillar.
Oh yeah, and that's
super
all
helpful.
in one piece.
Man,
That's a lot of work to come up with
big
those
undertaking.
bends in the right spot at the right angle, and just to clear everything. Thank God it worked out.
You're flexing some talent on that.
We love when guys like you bring us projects like this to let us put our spin on it.
Doing your art.
Yeah, that's it.
I had no idea what Bill was going to put together here, and the design really nailed it.
It's exactly what we wanted. Actually exceeded our expectations. We were just blown away with the final product.
Not only, you wanted it safe, you wanted it to look good, you wanted a little special request for the top of it, right?
You see, you incorporated that in there really well.
Extracurricular activities.
Absolutely. Military truck, you gotta have that military mount. We looked around, found an old military swivel mount for an H1. Whatever you want to put up there is totally interchangeable.
Awesome.
If you guys don't mind, I'd like to have first honors and maybe firing a couple rounds off the top of this.
I'm excited to see it.
Once again, I can't thank my team enough. I love the style of the cage. I mean, it flows, everything looks good, and that little cherry on top was that swivel gun mount. This is exactly what this H1 needed. I'm scared the pineapple. Mark, Josh, I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this. I know I had a lot of fun today. H1, extensive full roll cage, automatic machine gun. Woo! That's very, very, very exhilarating.
Man, that was awesome.
Dude.
That was good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Pablo just finished the rendering of the buggy. This is something I'm really getting excited about. I love the proportions. So that's a great, great, great start. All the notching and everything goes in this. I'm really interested to see if that really is going to fit the way they say. I mean, the buggy is most definitely a challenge. I've never built anything like this. Never built anything just out of thin air before. And that's just one project. We have the Willys Jeep. It's not just making it wider. It's building the frame, building the suspension, building every single part and piece. Exciting project, but with that exciting project comes a huge workload because there's nowhere in those projects you can take shortcuts. Once these larger projects like this start rolling out the door, I know everybody's going to be impressed.
About to void all warranties.
Yeah, F350. Take 7 inches off of each side.
I think I just cut 10,000 off of it.
Ain't lying. This is a 2014 911 Carrera. For a sports car, this thing really sounds weak.
Right in here, you pull it on.
Exactly.
We're gonna go ahead and remove this and come up with something crazy.
The cool thing about customization is this ain't sketched out. This is just art.
I'm Bill Carlton. I built my first truck when I was 16. And ever since, me and my guys have been out here creating with our hands. Building the biggest, lowest, baddest custom trucks and cars in the game. People don't come here for what they need. They come here for what they want. This is Texas Metal. My dad bought this property in 1976. This was, back then the perfect layout for him and his part of the marriage. The house that I grew up in was right here. There was a little 30 by 40 shop in the back. I just started adding on here. Need a little more room? Put a little carport out here. That's me and kid across the street getting on a forklift with a welding machine, building every part and piece of this structure you see. And it just kind of evolved into what it is now. It's an honor to be here. Today I'm getting a visit from a great guy named Justin. He's a guy that has a lot of cars and loves customs. He drove all the way down here from his home in Arkansas with a project he said is perfect for extensive. What's happening, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Man, real good.
Justin.
Phil. So what brings you in today?
I've been appreciating your builds for a really long time. I saw that at Slamley Reunion, a few of these builds at LST and Midnight Fantasies.
A truck guy just like me.
Yep, exactly.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah, I was in an accident a few years ago, and
Man, what kind of accident were you in?
I was in an explosion. I got burned 31% of my body on the 3rd and 4th degree. I never gave up. I never give up. It's too sharp. But it's always been a dream of mine to have a big build done by Extensive.
Is that the new Ford truck outside?
It is.
Man, that's awesome, man. Let's go check it out and see what we can do with it.
All right.
This brand new Platinum Dually has all of 600 miles on it. You know, it's top of the line, has plenty of power. It can pretty well yank a house off its foundation. Man, it's a nice truck.
Appreciate it. I just bought my truck. I've always wanted to build a really custom, brand new truck, first year out.
What are you seeing here, man? What are we going to do for you?
I'm wanting to lay it on the ground on big wheels.
What do you mean, like a 22-inch wheel?
24 to 26.
You got it, man.
What I'm getting out of this whole build is having a truck I could show at a show, but also tow my other show vehicles with me to a show.
Show and go.
Work and play all in one.
Nice. We can definitely handle that, man.
Lowering this dually with giant wheels and tires and still maintaining the towing capacity is what sets us apart from any other shop around.
I want to color match some of the accent pieces, the headlights, side mirrors,
Little trim pieces here and
little
there.
trim pieces here and there.
Justin wants to keep the design minimal, but it's part of my job to help him dream big.
I think we ought to step it up a little bit and just bring out some color. Maybe a little copper or something in it. Really, what about the inside of it?
Color match all the aluminum trim and custom leather seats in it.
Just throw away the new Platinum seats, huh?
Throw them away.
Love it.
That's what I like to hear. Rip out the new factory stuff and bring the custom in.
Are you wanting to drop this off today, or?
Yeah, I can leave it with y'all if y'all give me a ride to the airport.
We can definitely handle that, man.
Okay.
We'll get you fixed up.
Cool deal. I guess you're gonna need these.
All right.
I'm a third-generation welder. My grandpa was a welder, and my dad taught me how to weld right here on this property. My dad taught me how to get a feel for the way something should look. I don't use computers. Instead, I just kind of step back, look at the vehicle, and just kind of get a feel for the way the finished product should look. What you got?
A truck? F-350. This is a guy from Arkansas, and this is his dream to have a truck built by us.
Man, that's really cool. So what's the plan?
So here's what I'm thinking.
This truck will be the ultimate show and dirty work. Of course I want to drop it to the floor with an extensive made air suspension, 26-inch wheels and tires, with a custom hitch to pull whatever, whenever. So he has other show cars that he's going to tow East Coast to West Coast.
That's extensive style, not losing towing capacity.
We'll get him hooked up. We're going to throw out the brand new interior and go full custom. On the outside, we're going to paint copper accents, even inside the headlights. It's going to look awesome.
So can I have those seat covers to put in my Dodge?
For what?
Have a Dodge Platinum. And nobody got a Dodge Platinum.
What do these things look like underneath the hood? We gotta move a bunch of like usual?
Man, I'm scared to pop the hood and see what's underneath this.
Let's pop it open and see.
See what we got.
Oh man, that is a lot to move.
This is a problem with working on new trucks. It's more computer than machine.
I guess I need to start making a list now.
Yeah,
Like
get the
right
paper
now.
out, buddy.
A lot of custom shops won't even tear into a late model vehicle. All the computers and the wiring and the engineering that's put into them, you pop the hood, tear them apart, you don't know what you're gonna get into.
So let's get it in and get it tore apart.
What's your hit?
As our share of Ford Dualies before, but this Platinum is so new to the market. This will be our first time with this exact model. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get the back all tore apart, get the bed off, blow all the suspension out, completely slick frame rails. Same with the front. We gonna let Timmy help us? Yeah, I let Chingos help me.
Debbie's finally gonna work.
Oh,
And I came to work on time.
That's
That's a good one. Let's get this apart.
All right, let's go.
Don't catch me breaking it. You know, old trucks, you got plenty of room to work with. There's nothing under the hood.
Got it, Tim?
The newer trucks, the manufacturers just keep cramming all sorts of new technology in, which makes our job hard because we need extra room for the air suspension and extra large wheels.
Right now, just trying to make a bunch of clearance. So we get here and get the cutting and welding. Take this off. Worst part about new trucks is all the wiring that we got to reroute to do everything. You mean you? I'm colorblind, so all in here, relocated, lengthened, moved to make room for the big wheel. What do we got left? So we can shove this up on top of the motor. This can go up. And just when you think you're making some room here, it's the same rat's nest over here of plugs and wires that we have to make room for over here. So all this has to be relocated too.
All right, let's get this thing on the lift. Let's get the bed off. Then we'll make room for the rear end airbags and tires.
Ready? Good?
Man, this whole frame configuration now is definitely going to throw a whole wrench in our program.
The setup we used to use ain't gonna work on this no more.
No, it's not. Because the frame bends in, we need to design a one-of-a-kind 4-link on the inside of the frame. Man, we're going to have to come up with every part and piece individual for this truck. In order to have a lot of room for these huge wheels to go up inside the fender well. I mean, what we got to do first, let's go ahead and get the rear end out. Let's get it mocked up with the wheels and make room.
Yeah.
Make everything. That means a lot of frame modifications and narrowing the axle.
All right, let's get this over with.
If we didn't make these modifications, this truck would go down, set on the tire, and ruin the fender wells. Cool, man. You got the mock-up wheels ready to roll?
Yeah.
Let's take some measurements on this thing real quick. See how much we got to cut off of it. Well, we got 101, so we'll take 7 inches off of each side. We're going to shorten this axle 14 inches total, and even that is going to leave us very little room for suspension. Let me check on the frame real quick. Should be 30.
Be close. Real close.
This is what happens when you go into uncharted territory. There's nothing but headaches and heartache.
You know, cutting down the axle is very technical. It's a perfect job for Elu. He was a kid across the street, just kind of showed up from time to time. Here we are 12 years later. He's one of my best fabricators.
I've been here for 13 years. First thing I started here was mowing the lawn. Now I'm taking apart this differential Super Duty, so it's kind of awesome. Good. Attack it. Good. More? Yeah. 16 off, so slide it back out. What I gotta do now is grind a 16th off of it to get it precise.
If it's off 3/16, 3/32, 1/64, it's wrong. You gotta have it exact.
If you're gonna customize anything, there are no 2 days alike. You never know what's gonna pull into the parking lot at Extensive. From straight up boxes of rust to top of the line, we get them all. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I'm Kim.
I'm Bill. This is a sports car with a 3.4 liter 6-cylinder engine with 350 horsepower. So what made you pick a Porsche?
I like them. They look like little race cars.
Bet you got a couple speeding tickets in this
Yes,
thing.
I do. I have my Porsche for about 2 years now, and rather than go get a whole nother one, I just thought I would make mine more customized for me.
You know, what about maybe exhaust, something like that? We could build something in-house that really makes it custom.
But that would be good. I always thought it was like a little, little wimpy sounding.
We can fix that. It seems like Kim has always driven performance cars, but she wishes this one sounded more like they used to. A hand-built exhaust is going to look good, sound good, might even add a little horsepower. Deeper tone, not nothing crazy loud. We can build all that in-house instead of just ordering something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I really like Porsches because I like driving them. I like how fast they are. I like the power.
You're in the right spot.
Cool.
It's all stock right now, right?
Yeah, everything.
So definitely some wheels and tires. Maybe white and black wheels, something like
White
that.
and black or white.
All right. What about a wing on the back, something like that to really
yes.
set it apart from everybody else's?
Yes, I like it a lot.
Well, the roof's already black on this thing. Maybe if we put some color down onto the hood, maybe drop down a little, glossy black. Set it apart.
Yeah, I like that. And you can always, at the end of all this, it's going to be like having a new car. It's going to even sound better. So it's probably going to make me want to go faster. I'm just going to have to really be careful now.
Well, shoot, let's go inside, do some paperwork, and we'll get going.
Okay, cool.
I want to make this car stand out, look good, sound good, the whole package. This is an expensive car, so it needs to have a sexy, clean, expensive look. When you're customizing a car like this, you can go too far. You could put the wrong wheels, wrong tires, the wrong wing. It's the same as color matching with the wrong color. Just those little subtleties make a huge, huge improvement or a huge, huge disaster. That's a fine balancing line right there.
Billy-o, more exotics. What's going on with it?
A sports car, this thing really sounds weak.
I didn't hear you pull it on.
Exactly. We need a custom exhaust for this thing. Anything you buy aftermarket sound like crap. We need some hand-built exhaust. Nice little throaty sound and not too obnoxious, okay? Let's put some 21s on this thing all the way around. Black and white wheel, I think it'll really set this thing off. All right? Let's just wrap the hood gloss black so it ties into the whole top of it. Put a little wing on the back, just nothing crazy, no big whale tail or anything like that. Just subtle and classy. All right, it's a high-end car. We want it to still have its sexy appeal.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a hold to Ron, get some wheels lined up, see what kind of time frame we're looking at, get this wrap all lined up, get a spoiler, wing, something subtle and classy, and then get that phone number from you so I can stay in tune with Kim.
That ain't gonna happen.
But man.
Justin's my go-to performance guy. He's gonna pull the old exhaust out and make something special.
These things sound pretty weak from the factory, so we're gonna go ahead and liven it up a little bit. So these things right here, they actually have 3 mufflers. They have this primary, and then from here it comes around to our secondary, and off the bottom, and noise comes out the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove this and make it sound like a real car. Once we get the tips removed, we're gonna go ahead and pull the rear bumper so we can get a little more clearance around the factory system, kind of see what kind of room we have to work with and come up with something crazy. So the factory muffler absorbs a lot of the sound. You can see right here in the center, the discoloration. That's from restriction and flow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these 2 pieces of tubing and we're gonna cut the centers out. And we're gonna create our own X pipe for this exhaust system, and we'll have a nice clean path for the exhaust gases to flow. I know this is gonna give it a better sound.
Justin's making a custom exhaust for Kim's 2014 Porsche 911. It's starting to take shape. I can't wait to hear it.
We're blocking off all the ends, and we're going to run argon gas through the inside of the tubing as a back purge to keep it from sugaring up so that we get a better quality weld. of the reasons we chose this design right here with the X-pipe is because the factory bumper is going to stop right here. So from the rear of the car, you should be able to get a nice view of the custom exhaust system. So when it's going down the road and it sounded so good, you'll be able to see why.
Let's get this. Trash. Actually save it. You'd probably sell it to somebody.
Yeah, because it's brand new. And
Why you gotta cuss me, man?
hey, man, don't talk to me like that.
Hold on, I got some sweat on you.
Tim and Jamie are still making room in the front end on this F350 dually that only has 600 miles on it.
So we're gonna clear all this off. We're gonna put all new custom-made suspension right here.
It's taking all day to get this shock off.
I'm glad you said it. Did you get it? Huh. This ought to be like a big ball of excitement. Good job, James.
Good job.
We need to tear this truck apart and then put it all back together again. But we won't be needing these factory springs. Lulu,
What?
1 second. I'll grab this. Jamie, you grab that on.
Ready?
All the weights right here, buddy.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, here a second.
There you go.
Get that arm.
I got the arm. Got it.
Push her down. Push her down.
Boom. Done.
Bunch of portion, cutting, and slag just falling off, burning Jamie in the feet.
Even with the factory springs out of the way, we're still gonna need to keep cutting to fit the big old wheels. Let's get this thing mocked up. It's pretty close. Man, just see right off the bat, the wheel is gonna come all the way up to about here with all the air deflated. So all this has to get completely cut. Even the firewall, the wiring harness, all the hoses, everything is in the way. Yeah. It's not every day you get to cut into the fender structure of a brand new truck. But you know, it's one of the things I love about this job. Get that all chopped out, just bottom it out, and make sure it's the right height. Yeah, that's good. I know this looks crazy, taking this brand new truck and cutting out all the inner fender structure. You're right. It's all good, because John's going to weld a new inner fender well, which will make it just as strong as it was before.
All right, ready? Go ahead and stack it up, bottom it out.
How we looking, John?
Looking good. So far, so good. We'll make the cut on the other side, and then we'll build out the air suspension. At least we know it all fit. Barely.
Man, people gonna freak out once they see this big old wheel tucking under this $80,000 truck, huh?
Hell yeah. I think I just cut 10,000 off of it.
Ain't lying.
In air suspension, the back has to go just as low as the front, so Ryan's creating a step notch so the axle can go all the way up into it and the truck is set flat on the ground.
Now that I got my notch plates up here, I'm gonna go ahead and get the filler plates in there. That way we can knock out this intersection.
You know, a lot of people just cut a notch in the frame, call it good, super unsafe. We're gonna build a step notch from scratch, make this frame stronger than it ever was from the factory.
No, that's welded. About to void all warranties. The welds look good. Everything's solid. Now comes the fun part. You get to reinvent the wheel. Gotta make 4 links, probably some cross members, get the rear end in here, see what we're working with.
With the notch plates welded, the guys are gonna start making the custom air suspension.
Watch your eyes.
point, the air is deflated out of the bag, which will have the truck laid out on the frame at its lowest point. Whenever we inflate the bag with air, the suspension is going to drop, which will raise the truck off the ground to its ride height, where you have a comfortable riding position.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Good, man.
What's happening, man? When you know, just when we're getting a little momentum on the dually, the client Justin calls, switches things up on us.
Man, I've been buying a little extra few projects, and I've got 3 cars to haul now, and I was wondering what y'all's suggestions would be to haul behind that F-350.
Shows.
That's right.
He's got the automotive addiction. Yeah, we can build you a gooseneck hitch into the framework. You know, roll the tubing and everything up, man, make you really like a piece of art in the back of the truck.
I don't like that idea.
You know, this gooseneck hitch is going to bring even more show to the tow. What more could you ask for? Hell yeah, man, we'll get it done for you, man. We'll knock it out.
All right, cool deal.
You know, it's a bigger job, more work, way more time, but it's definitely going to take this truck to the next level and set it totally apart. You got the 4-lane going? Good, good.
Yes, sir.
Crossbar bent. Everything looks good, but we got a little change.
What's that, Bill?
Tube work we already put in, we got to cut that off. On a huge job like this 2017 Platinum truck, it's never easy to get a last-minute change up from the client unless it makes the build even better. So he's going to get a 3-car hauler and haul 3 custom cars now. So we're going to have to build a gooseneck hitch in the back. A gooseneck hitch is welded inside the bed directly to the frame. It makes it so you can hook up a gooseneck trailer to haul some really large loads. You know, let's start out with the bag mount skid so people just see the truck and just go, wow, man, I can't believe you still pull a trailer with this low truck? Mm-hmm. Damn right, man. Yeah. It's going to be a work truck just as much as it is a show truck. Let's do it, man. Holler if y'all need something. All right, cool.
Everything's gonna fit. That way we can work around where this gooseneck bar needs to go.
You know, I trust John to see my vision through. He'll start bracing it with tubes to make it look like a sculpture, but also give it lots of strength. You know, I like to combine form and function on every project we have. What good is a dually if you can't tow anything with it?
What you thinking about back here?
We can go ahead and cut that out.
Gotcha.
The cool thing about customization is this ain't sketched out. This is just been put it on there, see how it looks, and then go with the flow. By the time you know it, when you're done, like, wow, look at this, you know, art.
Man, that looks good, Johnny.
That was a whole lot of work.
Man, it's exactly what this truck needed. Well, we'll do 2 different trailer balls. We'll do one, you know, he can haul a trailer and still get it all messed up. And then when we get to a show, put the nice little gold one. Nobody else on earth is going to have something like this. Kim's 2014 Porsche 911 sounds great. Now it's time to make it look as good as it sounds.
Tight on the corners.
We're wrapping the hood, mirrors, and even the spoiler. And new wheels and tires. Kim's ride looks better than new, just like she wanted. Car club here in Houston that meets every Sunday. I figure that's a perfect place to give Kim her car and even meet some new friends.
This is really cool.
You can definitely fit in with all these nice cars here.
Okay, cool.
You ready to see it?
Yes, I'm dying to see my car. Bring it on. Oh my God!
So fine. Cooler than I ever thought. I love it.
Hello, how are you?
Hi! Thank you for bringing my car.
What do you think? You like it?
I love it. The wheels are amazing.
I just love how these things look with the black lip, the white face. It just really sets it apart from any other one on the road.
I agree. So much better.
The next thing, we wrap the hood, and it just flows all the way down from the hood to the top of the car, all the way back to the new carbon fiber wing on the back. Just something subtle
cool.
that just, it changes the whole look of the car. Check it out. You see underneath there? It's all handmade. It's all out of stainless, so it's got a really cool tone to it. I think you're really, really going to like it. Now when you get in it, you can actually push on the gas and you can hear something. Sounds like a sports car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Hearing the car when it drove up was amazing, and I can't wait to hear what it sounds like when I get in it. That sounds cool. Oh my God, I love it because my first car was a Camaro, and I always missed that sound.
Good tone to it, not just overbearing.
It's like a tube amp on an old stereo. It's that warm. When I'm riding in the car, I can't see all the stuff you did, but I can hear it. It still looks classy. It's still me. It's very much me. It's probably gonna be driving it until I run out of gas. Oh, Bill, y'all knocked out of the park. Thank y'all so much. Extensive did an amazing job. All y'all.
Well, I can't say enough about my team that I have at the shop. We always come through. Great day. Kim's happy. We're happy. It doesn't get better than that.
Now, what are you gonna do when everybody wants to do theirs just like mine?
Well, yours is just gonna have to be one of a kind. Good. All the custom suspension on Justin's 2017 F350. And I have an idea for one more touch of custom. Man, this is where we're going to put the little never give up. Maybe even put gold letters on it. Yeah. You know, to match all the rest of the gold in the truck, man. A plaque to commemorate Justin's road to recovery. Rudy will cut it out on plasma, then we'll emboss it with the words never give up. Now that they finish welding this up, it's off to paint to color match the truck. It'd be a crime to hide this hitch under the bed, so Ely was going to make an opening in the bed for the world to see.
Got the measurements all measured out on the floor of the F350 bed. I'm going to end up cutting it out for the notch.
We're going to cut these rear fender wells out so this truck is set completely flat on the ground with these big 26-inch wheels.
Got that cut out. Now that I have cut everything out of the bed, now I have to make these new fenders fit from scratch. Hey, buddy. I got a job for you, Jesse.
Easy or hard?
Depends on you.
In order to make the wheel well wider, Jesse's taking up the aluminum pieces together. TIGging is the best way to weld aluminum because it's the purest weld there is.
Now that we got these welded up, I'm gonna make sure they fit perfectly in the bed.
How you going, Lulu?
Yeah, just finished it up.
Go ahead and check it, put it on the truck and check it out. Make sure everything fits, then we'll pull it back off and finish welding and do everything.
All right, then.
Finalize.
Cool.
In the back. That good? It looks really, really good, man.
Man, it looks badass.
Got your game face on?
Yes, sir. Let's get her. I asked our interior guys, John and Heath, to make it official. It's time to replace those new seats with something custom. Man, you gotta love ripping off new seat covers.
To put in even newer seat covers.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I mean, these are some really nice seats, nice covers. They've got nice emblems on them, but they're not quite cool enough. So we're going to take these off. We're going to put on some nice custom covers. All right, as you can see with the new seat cover, we've got perforations in it. Nice top stitching with the black. Really cool design. It's going to be a nice deal when we get them all done. Well, getting rid of the expensive ass platinum covers didn't make them any lighter.
No, it's still a little bit heavy. Hey, look at that. Made it in without scratching them expensive ass platinum seats.
And putting in these expensive ass Elite seats.
I like the way they're sculpted though. This is gonna finish it off right here.
Yes, sir. I think we are done. You know what that means?
Taco time.
Taco time.
Let's roll. You know, at the beginning, I wanted to do copper accents all throughout, but you just can't order that.
So these are them. You're thinking white platinum for the main bezel, yeah?
Right, yeah, right inside here, transparent gold right here, and all the rest here,
Okay.
you know, white.
Perfect. Kristen is taking off the outer bracket right there. And then from there, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna cut along the edge. This looks like a really easy job. It's not. If you get some random guy messing with your lights, you know, that leads to potentially fogging up or the paint not being done properly. The last thing you wanna do is have a $100,000 truck and then the very front centerpiece of the truck, the headlights being messed up.
After removing the chrome pieces from the lights, they de-chromed them with a special chemical.
We'll just let it do its thing for a minute. All chrome before.
They color match some of the pieces to match the white on the truck. And others rose gold.
Oh, damn. That looks sick. It's gonna be wild. These lights turned out killer. I know the owner's gonna absolutely love them. Can't wait to see them on the truck. Boom.
Man, I got you a little something.
Man, always looking out for me.
Man, I've been thinking, you know, in Justin's dually, we're gonna do 26s. We can't let him do that, man. We gotta put 28s on. We gotta change that up.
I knew
We
you
got
would.
to have it. Justin wants this to be a show truck. The larger wheel, the lower profile tire complement this design even more.
Man, you know they already started building the 26s.
I should have known. Bill's a perfectionist. Nothing's ever done until it drives out of the shop.
Put the brakes on that, switch up.
I'll do it.
All right.
Turned 16, my dad bought me my first truck. He got me my first Silverado. Had auto mechanics in high school. Took the truck to school, cut the coil springs, took leaf springs out of the back, came home. The thing sitting real low to the ground. I thought he was gonna kill me. He took it to a mechanic, made them put it back to stock, and took that away from me for 6 months. Thought I was crazy. You know, that's when, you know, my friends wanted me to work on their cars to me, and they just kind of evolved into a business. You know, grinding, welding, cutting, and thousands of cars later, here we are. never in my wildest dreams would have ever thought that I'd be here, talking to you about how we got here. Thing's almost as tall as you are.
It is as tall as me.
The new wheels are in. That thing is badass. And Justin's 2017 Ford F-350 is... All along, I wanted to add copper accents to the rims and the body parts. And now we finally found the perfect paint. It's called Rose Gold, and it really popped. To see his reaction when he sees this thing. Because Justin wants to show and tow with this truck. We're out here today, Texas Strong Car Show. What better place to show Justin his truck? There should be a ton of great custom cars there, even a few from Extensive. Man, Justin, thank you for coming out, man.
How's it going, brother?
I know you've been waiting quite a while. I know when you came to Extensive, you had a few things on your list. Well, we took those things, we built upon them, and we really built you a bad truck.
So you're saying, I have a truck here, built by you, Extensive, and it's sick.
Man, no doubt.
I'm super excited to see it.
You ready to check it out?
I'm ready to check it out.
Let's do it, man.
Look at the copper on that dude, man. I love that.
Is that what you want?
That's exactly what I wanted. When I first saw my truck come out, I was just jaw dropped, amazed.
Check it out, Justin. One of a kind. We got new grill. You can see killed it on that.
Right.
I mean, the headlights have been totally blown apart, sprayed for you, put back together. There's not another set like this. This is especially built for you. And of course, you can't miss the huge 28s.
Wheels.
I mean, these are all handmade, especially for this truck. There ain't another truck like this with 28s on it laying on the ground. The factory suspension, we threw it away. This is all handmade.
A lot of cutting and modifying to get that huge 28-inch wheel in there. We had to move reservoirs and extend wiring harnesses, move fuse boxes. A lot of engineering went into that to get that big
Batteries, air box.
It looks good.
Endless.
It looks sick, actually. So you got rid of the platinum seats?
Yeah, man. Totally blew this thing apart. Color match all inside. I know you wanted to bring some color inside.
Interior's amazing. Really ties everything in.
Even to the back. You had a bumper pull trailer. You switched up on us on the mid-build.
I did.
Had to have a gooseneck hitch, right?
Right.
John, the guys at the shop, got down on this.
Right.
That is a few weeks worth of work just in that right there.
That thing will hold a ton of weight.
Right.
You can put 4 cars on there if you want. They'll pull it, no problem.
It looks really sick. All the tubing work on the gooseneck was amazing. I'll be able to tow a big trailer with it.
Made a little something special back here in the back, man.
And that says never give up, Bill.
Yeah.
When I saw never give up on the gooseneck, I was just struck because I didn't expect to see that on the truck at all, and I'm really, really happy with it. And that's amazing.
We made that for you, man, and that's just something for everybody else to see, the struggle that you went through,
right?
Where you're at in your life, and
right.
We're happy to build this for you.
I love it.
Just,
I can't wait to drive it.
You're part of us now, man. Pull it up with the rest of them.
Appreciate it. I wanted an Extensive build for about 20 years. When the truck came out, it was a starstruck reality that I actually own one now.
It is awesome for us to be able to...
I want to thank Bill with Extensive and all his guys for the hard work. They never gave up, like my motto, and I'm really, really happy with it.
Strike. Watch this set.
not as bad as we thought, but it's not as good as we thought either. Put a wood bed in this truck, we're gonna redo the whole structure. It's all out of whack and unlevel. What's in here now is not gonna cut it.
I'm kind of safe on that one for buying beer, man.
Hey, be real careful with these. I think we're just gonna paint them, put them back in. Don't dent them or throw them around. Hey, hold up, problem. Damn. I'm working on somebody else's custom work. Nothing is standard, and it's usually gonna take some extra time to figure it out. The steering console, you have to take it apart to make it work. Pull that wheel off and pull the other wheel off. Is there enough slack to pull it? Take the... This rod's fixed. There's only so much play. We're gonna loosen the column, pull it back about a half an inch. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. All right, that's good, that's good. No dents, we're good. We're gonna make this thing not so ugly. Love that, man. Big purple people eater. Earl was afraid to cut the hole in the hood himself. We're gonna do it for him. But before we do that, we need to add this spacer underneath the blower.
Oh, yeah.
We're putting this 4-inch spacer underneath the blower. That's gonna give it the rise that we need. Then we put the cut hood on, the blower will stick higher than the hood to give you that badass hot rod look. Hey, hand us that, please. Dang, I was just trying to, and I almost made it too. Good over there?
Yeah, good.
Damn it. The belt's not gonna fit.
Well, this sucks. We're gonna have a bit of a problem with our tensioner here, so it looks like we're gonna have to take the whole damn radiator out of here. Just for one bolt.
Yep, one bolt.
Oh, let's quit bitching about it and just do it.
Oh. Hey, lift the lift up.
Why, so you can get your big ass out of there?
I'm on a diet. Looks pretty good too. I like it. So much better.
We're gonna try and see if we can get lucky and just drop this radiator out of the way enough to get to this tensioner bolt right here. That way we don't have to take the entire radiator out just to be able to get this belt on.
There we go. Watch fingers.
Alright.
Done?
Finally.
Let's go cut a hole in the hood.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Perfect. 24.
I always get kind of nervous when I have to do shit like this.
That is the original hood.
Point of no return. Hold the hood.
Ryan has one shot to make this cut. If he messes it up, we're gonna have to find another hood. You having fun?
Tons.
Hi, Mom. Let's see if it fits.
Come my way.
Living room. Now that the hood's on with the new scoop, this truck looks way better, even if it's still purple. It's Bird. I hope so. Bird's always wanted a custom car, so a few weeks back he brought in his 1967 Lincoln Continental. What's up? Man, don't be scaring us like this, man. We've done the air suspension on Bird's convertible. Tim, show him what's up. Drop it down.
Nice. I like that. It's nice. All the way to the ground.
But I hate to let anything go home from the shop looking like that. Super dependable. It's gonna ride good, handle good. Only problem is, you ain't looking good.
I ain't looking good, huh? It looks good when it's on the ground, but it ain't looking good. So what are you actually thinking about?
I ain't even gotta tell you the paint needs to be done.
True.
What color?
I love a lot of colors. I like the black. You might have to surprise me. I'm not really sure, but
So we do get to surprise you.
Well, as long as it's not pink.
No, you ain't Elvis. The top, I don't even know what that is. It's gonna be down most of the time, but even when it's up, it still should turn heads. Everybody and their mom is riding around with a Lincoln with these wheels and tires.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be like any other Lincoln around. I want to pull up to another Lincoln. I want him to be jealous of my Lincoln.
Interior? It's 50 years old. There's no reason. Well, you already got the suspension done.
True. If you want to take it to the next level, I'm all for it. I plan on taking my car home today, but looks like you upsold me to everything else, so you better do a good job.
Man, we got you on this. And I need you to get me out of some tickets.
Again?
You know, normally I just like to look over everything before we tear cars totally apart. But, you know, in this case, the car's pretty much already tore itself apart. There's no floor over here. The floor mat was covering a huge hole. I can see the concrete. It's just typical. It's one more thing. Right now, this thing stands out for being outdated and run down. I'm gonna make it stand out as a sleek, modern, one-of-a-kind 67 Lincoln. We'll finish the air suspension off with black wheels, chrome lip, and 22-inch tires. We're gonna get rid of this powder blue, bring in a metallic color, and make this thing way more respectable. Inside, we're gonna modernize the seats, dash, and the door panels. And we'll top it all off with a brand new black convertible top. Man, what the hell is this thing doing here? Heath and John are two of the best interior guys I know, so I asked them to tear the Lincoln down and build it back up smart and sophisticated. Does the top even work? Maybe. Woo, man. That's a lot of technology for a 67. This Lincoln is one of the last Lincolns that had the cool little transformer top thingy that went back down in the back and the suicide doors. Made it really cool, man. It's kind of sad to see you stop making them. And let's figure out how to get this sucker apart. It just pulled off. It just ripped the rubber. Sprack is still stuck in. Broke the rubber. Hope I don't end up pregnant. Hope I don't look this bad at 50 years old. Top is off. We're going to be rebuilding the entire interior of this car. We're going to fix the dash. We're going to do door panels. We're going to be doing carpet. We're going to be doing fresh seats in it. Make it all custom. It's going to be pretty badass. Let's set it on this trash can right now. Where it belongs. Well, it's ripping. Here's the fun part. There's a lot of rust color under here, man. Dun, dun, dun. Still a little damp. That is nasty. It smells like wet dog ass. It's gonna be bad. Heath and John are finished stripping out Bird's 67 Lincoln. It's time to take a look at the damage. What you guys got going? Not looking too good. We thought you might want to see this, brother. It's like Swiss cheese down here, man. I guess it could be worse. Could be like that side. Watch your leg. Man, messed my socks up. All kidding aside, you know, it's a common problem with convertibles. Leaky roof, rusty floor. That's the rest of it. There's a little bit of floor left here, right? Yeah, we're good. Either way, little hole, big hole. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. I'll get the body guys to just make new floor pans. It'll save us some time waiting on parts. Get everything out, man. We'll get over to the body shop. We'll get rolling on it. Yeah. Oh, this got to come out. Damn, man. Now that Harold and Eddie have all the rust out of the way, amazing. It's not a tough job, it just takes extra time. Oh, man, I thought the floorboards were bad. 50 years in the Houston weather has done a number on this car, inside and out.
Que eso está en todos los paneles. No sirve, está podrido.
What do you say?
He said the cheese is on the molding. It's no good. It's all rusty.
The cheese is all in the molding. Look. Come on, man. Let's get this stuff cut out, man. You can fix all that, huh?
Yo no hago milagros. You can do miracles.
You know, just like any custom job,
It snowballs. You got problem after problem.
No más cheese. No más cheese.
I'll do what I can, but this is on Fernando now. Tim and Ryan made the front of this 55 Chevy timeless, but the bed, it's got a few issues.
Dude, the subframe somebody built in the 90s isn't gonna work with the bed wood?
Of course not. The plan is to put wood in the bed, but once we took the aluminum out, there's no structure there to support the wood.
We'll just add some flat bar to it. As far as like the sides and the tailgate, that's a whole nother issue.
So yeah, we can just like buy a new bed, be a little easier than working with all this.
Come on, man.
When Tim and Ryan get done with that truck bed, it's going to be a smoother, cleaner look with plenty of support for the wood.
You know how when they say watch your eyes? How the hell am I gonna watch my eyes?
Now we have to measure, cut, and weld sheet metal on all four sides to make it straighter and stronger than it was before.
Fits like OJ's glove.
There's absolutely nothing better to do in 105-degree weather than welding. Welcome to Texas. With Tim and Ryan busy on the truck bed, I asked Heath and John to check out the interior on the 55 Chevy.
Hand tight, dude.
Yeah, not in very well. Easier. The plan is to tear it all down and build something fresh and classy.
Wow, look at that.
That looks professional.
Hide it behind the panel, they said. No one will ever see it.
Now it's on national television. That's one tangled mess of wires to add to our day.
Like it wasn't enough already.
Exactly.
That's just not acceptable. We can't turn anything out looking like this. Whether we did it or not, we gotta fix it.
What we're gonna do today in the arts and crafts is we're gonna make our door handles for our 1955 Chevy truck. Made an initial piece that we're gonna use to go ahead and get it all lined up, make sure our shape's gonna be right. I've gotta duplicate it and put a base on it to be able to pull the door closed and keep a cool line on this armrest / door pull. What we're basically trying to do is just give us a shape so we can lay our fiberglass over the top. Now, all we gotta do is lay some fiberglass on, body work it out.
The old interior definitely wasn't our style. The design was all over the place. It just looked kind of pieced together. It didn't look like it was a complete thought. It looked like a bunch of different thoughts. We need continuity flow in this project, so we want to make sure that all of our, take a subwoofer enclosure that fits our design points everywhere we need them. Nice subwoofer in it, great sound, good curves, brings the design up to our standards. The box is all fleeced up. Now all we got left to do, add a little fiberglass to it, reinforced from the backside, and we'll be ready to move on to the next step.
All right, now we start glassing this sucker up. Fiberglass is just gonna give us some strength. Just tighten it up a little bit. You could use just a chipboard, but over time it can get a little weak on you. But we don't need many coats. 2 layers ought to be plenty on this. It's nothing structural, it's just cosmetic.
I've taken some 1/4-inch chop strand and mixed it up with some fiberglass resin in a can to give us our strength that we need for the enclosure. This is going to reinforce the box because the fleece by itself and the bodywork that's on it isn't strong enough to hold the pressures and the vibrations of the subwoofer. So this will give us our density and our mass that we need to hold everything together.
It's a nice job. No. Take a piece of angle iron right here, aluminum angle, and we mount it to the metal surface of the door. That way, whenever we go to close the door, it will actually pull on the metal of the truck instead of the door panel.
So we're going to take our panel board, glue it in, and get it to match the truck. That way we have nice continuity and flow all the way into the door panels.
We're going to go ahead and wrap the base panel, and then we'll finish sculpting our inserts and wrap those. We got a nice panel. It looks like it can go in like a Bentley, but it's going in a hot rod truck in Texas.
Heath and I work closely together to make sure that our designs work as one.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking we're gonna come across the top with the same pleats that you have going on in the door panel.
Being in sync with each other really makes a difference when it comes to design. So it doesn't look like one person started it, another person tried to finish it. Like that.
And the same aluminum
Strip in the middle.
That's the plan. Just make it cool, man.
Man, those are some nice pressed pleats there, John. Can you make me some boots like that?
Make you some draws. Speaker box is gonna look great. It's gonna give Earl plenty of leg room, and more importantly, it's gonna sound better.
Now all you gotta do is get it done.
I'm working on it, man.
The interior shop is grinding to bring a touch of class to this 55 Chevy truck. Heath is hand-making custom door panels, and John, he's making a new speaker box.
Bottom insert, our armrest, and our piece of aluminum. And ooh-wee, look at that. We got a pretty panel.
Not too bad. It almost looks as good as my box does.
Almost. Huh?
Almost. You keep working at it one day
I'll know what the hell I'm doing.
you'll get there. Heath has one more door panel to do. I don't have the heart to tell him that I'm almost done. That's what it's going to end up looking like. All we have left to do now is attach our aluminum into our insert, and then glue the insert in place, and he'll be ready to go in the truck.
Tim and Ryan are bringing Earl's 55 Chevy truck back from that 93 build.
You remember your 90s?
No.
I was a baby in the 90s, man.
With this big block in it, one of the most important things is an upgrade for the brakes.
These will probably be in a vintage resale shop real soon for $25. Earl's truck has a big block V8 in it. With everything Earl's done to it, it's got over 800 horsepower. Plus, it makes these things super heavy. We're gonna have to make sure this truck has some real stopping power. It's a capette. Here.
Don't drop that thing, dude. That costs more than your whole week's worth of work.
You wear it again?
I feel like I'm gonna pull the whole truck off the lift.
Yeah.
There it is.
What do you think? Looks a lot better?
Look at this and that.
Definitely. It's gonna stop way better too.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. All right, 3 more to go.
San Fernando is performing miracles back there on the body of the 67 Lincoln. Next up is prime and paint. I asked Bert to trust me to choose a color that would really stand out, so I chose a really nice metallic gray. It's dark, it's almost black, but it'll really take this Lincoln to the next level. More final touches, we're ready to give Bird this bad car. I'm sure this thing is going to stand out from all the other Lincolns.
Let's get these door panels put on. All right, so we got all the doors wrapped up on Bird's 67 Lincoln. And all we got to do, give it to him, and hope that he likes it enough he won't put us in jail.
Here at the police department today, we have an awesome surprise for Bert. I gathered everybody up, Bert's colleagues and friends. He has no idea, so it's really going to be a true surprise.
He should be at work anytime, right?
Ew. So, man, what are you doing here?
Well, he's wondering if you're going to get here.
Man, what's up?
We got a little surprise for you today.
Surprise for me, man, huh?
You ready?
Come on. Is it here? How big is it here?
Maybe.
I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited.
You ready to check it out?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Come on, Eddie, bring it in.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
There you go, Eddie. Drop it down.
Nice. Really nice. Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. Man, this is nice. Woo! You outdone yourself, man. You outdone yourself. From the color to the wheels, he's just looking immaculate. I'm shocked and surprised that's my car that he's driving up. It's mine, huh?
Same one.
Same one.
Come on, I want you to meet the guy. Eddie.
Eddie. So, man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate
Fernando.
it. Fernando.
San Fernando.
San Fernando?
Performed miracles on this body on this car right here. He went in hand-shaped new metal, welded it in, front to back. I mean, every bit of the chrome has been redone. All the stainless has been polished. No more rust. I think about this much. We didn't have to cut out. Everywhere it was cheese. We call it cheese.
Appreciate it, man. I thank you a lot.
No, man.
I love it. You did a great job. When I first gave the car to Bill, he really outdone himself. It's a beautiful car.
Man, check out the inside of this thing. You can leave the top down now and not be embarrassed about it.
It's nice, man. It's nice.
John and Heath really showed their skills. I mean, look, the door panels light up around the bottom. All 4 doors are like that.
Interior is immaculate also. I love how the suede, a little leather in there, how they did a clean job all the way around with the little Lincoln extensions in the doors. I love it. It's beautiful. What's up with these wheels, man?
Man, 22-inch Forgiatos. They just set this thing totally apart from every other Lincoln.
It does. Love the color.
I hope it's a good surprise for you.
It is. It was a great surprise. Bill really knows what he's doing when he gets the color of the car. I trust him a lot to pick out the color, and I'm really excited and happy. And y'all done yourself, man.
Man, I didn't think you were going to be speechless.
I'm damn near speechless. I'm shocked. I'm damn near speechless. I am. I'm impressed. I really am. I'm still shocked that it's my car. I get to drive it on a daily basis if I really want to. Killer John. Killer's nice. Drives nice. Rides good. Eye catcher.
I know you wanted to stand out, Bird.
Yeah, sir. Needed to stand out. Make him look good, man. Make him look, sir, like on top of the world.
Yeah.
Man, the car drives great. Feels good. It's everything I wanted in this car. I just love driving it.
The hood, the scoop, the bed are done on the 55 Chevy. Now Tim and Ryan can get rid of their worst feature on the truck. Say bye-bye bow ties. Done yet?
Almost.
That's fancy.
It is pretty fancy, huh?
Man, this thing's taking a lot longer than it should have.
Yep.
So now we can move forward to the taillights.
Finally, right?
Right.
Oh, got a problem. Dude, that is a lot of Bondo. Holy crap. There's gonna be a huge dent in this corner. I already know it.
Once again, working on somebody else's custom install brings up another surprise. That's probably why this bed's so damn heavy.
I should have just went with my idea. Bought a bed and started from scratch. About a half-inch of Bondo here. Really crap from the start, or that somebody just was trying to hide a whole bunch of imperfections. I mean, they did a good job. It fooled me, but that's not the right way of doing stuff. Nothing leaves this shop looking like this.
God, ow. I think we got a solution though. Kind of made a template. We'll cut the metal to this where the light will stick through, be flush. We'll center it here to here. Let you judge kind of how high you think it ought to be, and lay it out like you normally do.
I'm gonna attempt to fix that big old dent that they got right there.
I think once you put some heat on it, it'll pull it out too.
I hope.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now that I got these cut out, this is one addition real bad on the bottom, and it's staying kind of straight, kind of flat on the top. What I'm gonna do now is rip this out on the corner and see if I can get this bow out of here. And it's pretty good. Let's fit this bad boy in here and see if it works. I got these fit in here, everything looks real nice. A lot better than the bow ties. Now it's off the body.
Now all the metal work's done on the bed, it's off to the body shop to get all smoothed out. We're not gonna do stuff halfway around here. Obviously the bed needs paint. I called Earl, told him he needed to change the color of this truck. He said, cool. I guess he trusts me.
You should tell America. I was about to start helping him, I promise. What's up?
So you think you're done, huh?
It's never a good look. Never. Man, I've been thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. We gotta change the color. We have to. Like, we can't be having no Barney truck. I know he wants it back and all, but it's purple. I think the curves, the stance, the whole look of this truck, it needs a classy color. We'll call it Cafe Con Leche. The paint's drying, a million times better. After weeks of work, wheels and tires on, and get that wood in the bed. It's a perfect example of custom trucks, the custom world. All the sub racing of the floor was up, down, to make it all smooth so the bed would fit. Now, 2.5 weeks later, I'm getting to do something that should have taken me maybe 2 hours. Now we're ready to install this custom interior, and this truck's ready to go back to Earl. Taco time. Taco time. What flavor we got?
I don't know.
Taco flavored tacos. I've never found a bad taco stand around here.
That's how I keep my girlish figure.
I got into interior design with cars when I first started out as a car audio guy. And used to do a lot of big systems and stuff. That started dying out in the late 90s. Not as many people wanted big stereos. So it just kind of naturally progressed into me doing interiors and bringing some of that design concept into the interiors.
Dropping stuff. Messy tacos are good tacos.
If it's not in your lap, it ain't a good taco. It all started for me wanting something that I couldn't afford someone else to build for me, so got to make it myself. So that's the best way to learn. Hands-on, screw some things up, break some stuff, put it back together.
Still do a lot of that.
I don't want to be a thing playing with hot rods all day long. It's like Tonka toys.
Exactly. My family, for the longest time, thought I was crazy. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, they're like, it's a useless job. Nobody's going to pay any money for that stuff. Look at me now. We're on TV.
Hi, Mom.
Now that the 55 Chevy is back from paint, Earl's truck is looking good and timeless. Heath and John are installing their handmade headliner, door panels, console, and sub box.
Starting to look like a custom truck, man.
One of the last things we had to do is get rid of the old steering wheel and put something classy in its place.
The last time anyone ran flames on anything was back in the 90s, so I got a little fire extinguisher here.
Today's the big day. Bill's gonna bring me the truck. 2 months. He's banned me from his shop. This is a big day for me.
Occasionally, we've been known for going over the top. So today, we got a special surprise for Earl. Earl owns one of the biggest tugboat operations in the city. I asked his wife, Cheryl, if we could use one of his tugs to add to the surprise.
He's been looking forward to this so much. He's just driving me crazy.
Thank you for coming out to be with Earl today. You know, he's a huge car enthusiast. Man, I can't wait for you to check this out.
The thing is now, if I don't like the truck, you and Tim are going in the water.
So he's gonna throw me in the water? No, not today. Earl, are you ready?
I am.
I'm ready for you too, man. Check it out.
I looked in the daggum trucks on a barge behind one of my push boats. It was awesome. How'd y'all do that? Oh my goodness. It's definitely not purple anymore.
What you think?
That is awesome. That really is awesome, Bill. Wow. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful color. Bill nailed it. Well, tell me about what you did.
First, we had to raise a blower up for you. I know you wanted the scoop going all the way through the hood. It was a solid hood. Remember, we cut it, put the hole in it, did the blower.
I like the hood. The hood on the truck finishes the truck out. The truck went so long without the hood because the blower and the hood wouldn't work together, and Bill made that work.
Lowered it a little bit. Of course, the new wheels, tires, big brakes to stop this big old thing.
Boy, them tires are killer.
I'm almost speechless, really. This is pretty awesome.
What's it look like on the inside?
Check it out.
Whoa, look at those door panels. I really like those armrests y'all did in there, man.
Every bit of that's all handmade.
That interior is just beautiful, and it really goes with the truck.
Took out the old lazy boy seats. Made it classy. I think this truck is classy now. Goes fast. It's a race truck, but it still has class to it. No one's going to be complaining about this truck in 10 years. I mean, this thing is cool and timeless.
What a difference.
Definitely.
When you open the hood up, all that dull aluminum's gone, and it shows that jewel of that 871 blower. Hey, Bill, where are the tail lights? Is that them right there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no more bow ties.
No more bow ties.
I think I might wear that at Halloween this year.
Bow tie?
Yeah. It's got a real thin coat of color over it, but they do shine through the paint.
So I'm not going to have the po-po stopping me, am I?
Maybe for speeding.
Maybe for speeding. Wow, that blonde wood is killer in there.
We pulled up the old diamond plate bed floor, right, and the soak frame of it was kind of, so we couldn't lay wood on top of it. We had to reinforce all that and make it all straight. We were going to try to use the old panels, and Bill wasn't going to let us do that.
So there wasn't nothing done halfway?
No. Every car, every project goes out of the shop, I mean, that reflects me, you, and every guy working on it. So it has to be right.
Man, this is over the top, Bill. Y'all really did a good job, man. There's only one issue I've got on this build. When you took me for a ride in the purple truck, you scared the crapola out of me. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have any back brakes. Well, guess what? It's my turn to do the drive.
Let's go check it out. I can't say enough. Tim, the guys at the shop, they just always got my back. They're building badass cars.
There you go, Bill.